Shalom, this is G-Man Solid Sit Downs coming back with the lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakadash. Shalom to the elect out there spreading this word. And of course, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that have been teaching this word in sincerity and truth for 30 plus years, man. You know, focusing and striving for the mastery of this word and being kingdom minded, man, because that's a very important thing, Slakia. That's a very important thing in this truth, man, to be kingdom minded, you know. So I'm gonna go into it real quick, you know, wherever the spirit leads me. If it's gonna be a short video, it will be a short video. We will see, man, you know. But I want to start off with Romans chapter 8 verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. You know, and that's a fact, man. If you walk after the flesh, you're gonna mind the things of the flesh, man. You're gonna mind pleasing worldly people. You're gonna mind doing worldly things. You know, you're gonna be occupied with worldly things, and you're gonna prioritize worldly things, man. You know, if so be that you find yourself in that carnal mind state, you gotta pray and fast and basically cut that off from your flesh, man. Cut that off from your body. Because if that's the case, man, the Most High ain't dealing with you, man. So you gotta pray, man. You gotta fast. The Most High feels great hatred towards worldly people and people that trying to please the world more than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. The Most High feels hatred. The Most High feels hatred towards people that feed the flesh more than the spirit, man. You gotta think about it as like this, man. You got two wolves. And this is actually an Indian proverb concerning good and evil. But it's spiritual, man. When two wolves are about to fight, the one is good and the other one is evil. Which one is gonna win? The one that you feed, man. So if you feed the flesh more than the spirit, then eventually the flesh is gonna take you over, man. You're gonna be in a worldly mind state again. You're gonna go back to the world and stop doing what you were doing, you know, concerning this truth, man. So you gotta be very cautious with it, man. Very cautious, you know. Like a lot of videos I make, man, is oftentimes about balance. How you gotta be balanced in this truth, because balance is key, man. Balance is key. If you don't know how to go into the scriptures day in and day out, you know, make your videos and read, combined with, you know, doing some exercise, you know, do the things that you have to do within the world, which is working, take care of your children, you know. If you don't know that balance, then that's an abomination to the Most High also, man. You know, you can't constantly read. You can't constantly read. This truth is not to be this truth is not to be learned in a hot second, man. It's impossible. This truth is not like that, man. It takes time, you know, and in order to train your mind to memorize these scriptures, in order for it to stick, you gotta read, you know, and let it be spread across the day, man. Let it be spread across the week, you know. Then Yahweh Ratazah, of course, will stick, man. So it is about balance. But if your carnal mind is being prioritized, if your carnal mind takes over, then you're in a messed up situation, man. Then you messed up. You have to realize we still have to seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai 10 times more, man, after we departed from him. The book of Baruch speaks about that, you know. Let me grab that real quick, man. You know, because I'm meditating on where the scripture is. I believe Baruch chapter 3 verse 28 or something, or 4 verse 28. And this link is also acting up lately, man. So anyway, to be carnally minded is death. That's the next verse. That's what the next verse gonna say. Why is that, man? Because the Most High is not down with it, man. The Most High is not down with it. So if the Most High is not down with your ways and your mind state, then you are in a big trouble, man. You're in a big trouble, because what does the book of 1 John say? Hey, man, fuck this app, man. So let's see, Baruch chapter 4, I believe it's 28. Gone. Hey, yeah, man, it's the spirit, man. So this is Baruch chapter 4 verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, being returned, seek Him 10 times more. So you're already in a risky position, man. You're already in a risky position. Like I said, the book of 1 John speaks about we gotta assure ourselves before the Most High. Which the word assure means to become friends, man. How do you become friends with the Most High? Seeking Him 10 times more, man. After we departed from Him, you know, seeking Him 10 times more after we departed from Him, man. That's how we become friends with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But if you are being returned to this truth, to our heritage, to our wisdom, to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we got them from the Most High as a nation. If you are being returned, but then you be like, yeah, whatever, I ain't really got time for this. You know, I have other priorities. Man, the Most High is not dealing with you, man. The Most High is looking at you like, oh, so wait a minute. I'm the one that gave you this understanding back. So what are you doing with it? You basically casting it behind yourself again, man. You're casting it behind yourself again. That's a great disrespect, man, towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? So if your carnal mind is like this, man, you better check yourself, man, before you wreck yourself. You know? And you're gonna wreck yourself through disobeying Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, and not taking heed to His word, not doing the things that He desires for you to do. And of course, sometimes, you know, you don't really feel the spirit hit you to make a video or whatever. Then just study, man. Go in the scriptures, man. Go in the scriptures and read. Lord willing, you know, the spirit still hit you, man. Lord willing, the spirit still hit you. You know? Romans chapter 8 verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You see, so it's better to be spiritually minded, man. You know, and in all your ways, you know, walk after the spirit, man. Look at things spiritually. Don't look at things carnally. You know, there's a lot of things going on around us which are spiritual, man. First and foremost, we're fighting a spiritual battle, man. We're fighting against demons, spirits, principalities. They're trying to hold us down. They're trying to, you know, let us slumber in this truth. Let us slumber in the work. You know, so it's all spiritually, man. So you got to walk spiritually, and you got to walk circumspect also. You know, look around you, see what's happening, man. But if your mind is single upon carnal things, you won't be able to, man. Verse 7, verse 6 again. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. Now, what does the word enmity mean? If you go into the word enmity, it says echtra in the Greek, which means hatred. So the Most High hates that, man. You pleasing the world more than the truth. You pleasing people that the Most High hates more than the people that the Most High is pushing. Satan is messing things up, man. I'm telling you, Satan really messing things up. Going back, Romans 8:7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. Yeah, it's rebellious against the ways and the commandments, man. We have been given commandments, but if you carnally minded, if you're all about this world, then it doesn't matter how you twist and turn it, you're gonna please the flesh, and the flesh is contrary to the Most High, man. You're gonna be occupied in pleasing the flesh, which is contrary to the Most High, man. You see, we have to feed the Spirit, man. Feed the Spirit, you know. Work with the Spirit. Prioritize the Spirit, man. Spiritual things, scriptures, study, watching videos, teaching brothers. That's priority, man. That's always priority, you know. Like it says in the book of Proverbs, man. But let me finish this. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, and is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither can be, indeed can be. So they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. You can't please the Most High if you constantly walking after the flesh, man. And if you prioritize pleasing people of the flesh and pleasing your lust of the flesh, instead of, you know, getting straight before the Most High and walk upright in His ways, man. You know. Also, the book of Luke says what? Luke chapter 12, verse 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Now the word heart in Hebrew is lab. So where your mind is, that's where your treasure is, man. If your mind is focused upon this world, okay, then your treasure is there, man. And if your treasure is here in this world, man, then you gotta be ashamed. You really gotta be ashamed, man. You really gotta be ashamed. Nothing in this world is to be desired, man, except Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not of this world. So you gotta get yourself together, man. If you always gotta examine yourself, man. What you are doing, how you're acting, and how you're operating in this truth. If you're really putting your all in, or if you just playing around, man. You know, everyone is gonna get according to his works. So what are your works? Think about that, man. So with that, I'm gonna say, Kal Elohim Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shalom to the elect.